Like, I do want to take to say, like, I actually love Seth Rogen movies. Like, he's hilarious. Obviously, he doesn't always make the best of movies, but he's pretty funny.
He's pretty fucking funny. He's just like,
Yeah.
as an for now, he's not problematic, but I
Oh
feel
no,
like
he's definitely problematic.
Oh, he's definitely problematic. He's made tons of problematic movies. I just personally choose not to give a fuck about it. I enjoy the comedy.
I was just talking about his comedy. I mean, I feel like he doesn't do anything. He just shits on stuff.
Bro, he made a movie.
He made that
about
racist ass The Interview with the
I
Korean
was about to say
movie with
about
James
Kim
Franco.
Jong Un.
That shit is so racist.
That was
I forgot about
one
that.
of the most. That was out of pocket.
I never even saw that.
That's why Seth Rogen will, despite being built like a Muppet, will never be on the Muppets because he's too problematic.
What he does.
He's way too problematic.
He
You
made
can't even put Seth
Party.
Rogen on. Yeah, right. Sausage
That
Party
is not
was
Muppet
wild.
friendly.
That's not Muppet friendly.
He did. Hey, but that shit is fire, bro. I'm so glad. I forgot he did that.
Are you
too.
joking?
Sausage
All right,
Party?
Fish says Sausage Party is fire. Whatever. Hi everybody, welcome to the Solo Fish Podcast.
No way.
This is the premier comedy podcast for the Next Wave Chicago. You know, we got jokes. Biggest joke of all, thinking Sausage Party is good. I'm joined by Fish.
Wow, I'm pissed about two things. I'm so
solo in this bitch.
And me, Farouk. Hi, we're here. We make jokes. Hi guys, what's up? How are you?
I'm not okay.
You're not okay.
I'm kind of not over the Seth Rogen part.
Yeah, the Sausage Party, bro. Like that movie hit deep.
I gotta be honest. You know? It's like, no, it's not a good movie, but it's a good movie.
Exactly. It's
a good movie.
The same sentence that Gabe just said.
It's a good movie.
That's nice.
I enjoy Seth
I'm really
Rogen.
glad you watched like food porn. And was
That's
like,
essentially what it was.
Movie.
You never wanted to, Fruit. You never wanted to watch food porn. You never wanted to watch the hot dog going to the bun.
I've never thought to myself, "Wow, this is what I need to see in an animated film."
It's not even about the movie. It's more so about that his mind like was able to come up with all that shit.
What do you mean his mind was able to come up with? Bro, everybody comes up with that every other day. Just put my dick in something. That's all that movie is. That's not creative. That's not innovative. Like, that's literally the type of shit anybody makes after smoking weed. Hence, Seth Rogen. Pretty sure most of Seth Rogen's movies, now that I think about it, he probably just wrote after getting really high.
Oh, he gets high and then just writes his movies. And that's kind of... And since
I'm pretty sure he admits doing that. Like, he literally said, I literally get faded and then write these movies. And that's how it works.
Yeah. And now he's gonna play Donkey Kong. Isn't that great?
Oh,
that's a good casting.
Chris Pratt, Mario, Seth Rogen, Donkey Kong.
That's a good casting.
Can't wait to hear Donkey Kong go.
There we go. There we go.
I hate his laugh. I hate it.
I feel like you're not alone. It's definitely the most recognizable and hated laugh. Like,
why does he laugh like that? Anyway, hey guys, Fish, how are you doing today?
You know what? I am fucking upset. We'll get into it, but it's been a long day. I watched Dune. That shit.
That is a long day.
Got me pissed. That got me pissed. I think I've said this numerous times. Like, I don't watch the movies. Leave that to the movie people that I know to tell me good movies.
Leave that to you describing a common American pastime. Leave that to the fucking movie people.
Like, literally, fuck that. Like, tell me what to watch and I'll watch it if it's good. And most of my friends y'all tell me good movies.
Well, most people thought Dune was good.
Yeah. I did not fuck with that shit.
Damn.
That shit, it looked good. It looked pretty. Like, cinematically.
You know, now that you brought it up, I guess we are getting right into it. This episode, very special episode, is the Dune review.
I'm
talking about Dune. Fish, take it away. We're talking about Dune.
So essentially, I'm about to get into this shit. I thought I was actually really fucking excited. I like heard about like what it's about, and there's gonna be like worms and some shit, and some
The
terrible ass
worms.
planet, and like they're fighting for like resources and shit.
They
Like
need
okay,
desert
that's
power,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah. Some like space like racism and shit and economic struggle. I'm with that. Like
I'm with
I know
space
Star Wars.
racism.
Yeah, I'm with it. We can see what it's all about. So it fucking starts and like nothing happens for the first like hour, bro. Like it's literally just flying spaceships and then walking. That's all I got to see. Like they didn't even do a good job of setting up exposition and for me to care about anybody. Like I knew we got my boy Paul, and he's like the prodigy, Paul the
Timmy,
prodigy, which is and
played by
yeah,
Timmy.
What about
Timothy
Duncan Idaho?
Timothy Charlemagne, yeah, Duncan and yeah, Zendaya was in it. I forgot that she was in it. I remember seeing
Zendaya is
previews, but
John.
like
She's in the movie for 10 minutes.
10 seconds. She like
Literally.
if she wasn't, I know everyone was like, oh, like she's gonna be set up for the next movie. But
Yeah.
like that's cool and all. But like she can at least like we can at least care about her. If she wasn't in this movie, then the movie would have still been the same. Like nothing would have
Yeah, she's
changed.
barely in the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, like and
that's
then
true.
like I feel like if she is gonna be in the next movie, all she's gonna get is the love interest for Mr. Timmy Charlemagne.
I mean, that's her
So
character in
like
the book.
Yeah, I was
oh
gonna
is
say
it
it goes. Yeah, it's based off of a book.
okay, so it's just it's all like is this just like the whole like book or is it just like a part of it?
It's only the beginning, like
It's the
first
beginning of the
part.
first book because the book is
Yeah,
like okay, well, so neither of you I'm assuming neither of y'all have read the book.
Hell
I've
no.
never read the book. No.
Okay, so I've read the book. The book is like 1 billion pages long. Like it is the
Yeah.
longest book I've ever read. Like and the first like 300 to 400 pages of the book are dedicated to literally just explaining this sci-fi world and like the whole situation. Like similar, I mean ironically similar to the movie, nothing happens in the first book. In the first like 400 pages of the book. Not because but like the difference is in the movie
Drew, how
they
the
don't
fuck did you read that?
it took a
How?
while.
I struggle to watch it, let alone
Yeah.
reading
Well,
it.
the
That's
thing
so
about
much
the
more
movie
intricate.
is obviously they took out most of the explaining what the world is stuff because they
And it
didn't want to
still
bore
got me
you
bored.
with society.
It still got me bored.
Yeah. So Fish, you did not like it. You thought it was boring. Gabe, what was your take before we really start diving? Also, spoilers potentially for Dune if you're listening.
Yeah, wait, but now
Yeah.
hopefully y'all know we're gonna
Yeah,
Too
spoil
late
hopefully
by
y'all know
now.
we're gonna
You
talk about
gotta
Dune.
know.
We haven't spoiled anything yet, but like potential spoilers for Dune if you haven't seen it already. But Gabe, what did you think of it, real quick?
Yeah, just real quick. Overall, I enjoyed it. Specifically because I know that I read past scripts of Dune
Hmm.
compared to reading the script that they wrote for this Dune as well. And
Uh huh.
I just know that I enjoyed it a lot more because I noticed that they did make some changes that just made it better. But and it pretty much was like nothing happened for a really long time.
Yeah, that's fair.
But no, it was overall like seeing it based off of I think I liked it more seeing it based off away from the page. It just looked a lot more beautiful.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Um,
like like Gabe. So okay, you're like really in the movies. So did you enjoy it just because it looked? Because it definitely looked good and like it was really pretty. Did you enjoy it because of that, or you actually were like following the story and you were like understanding what's going on?
Both. I mean,
Okay, bet.
yeah, both. I would say both. I mean, the story is kind of, I mean, like Farouk said, the story is pretty slow, but it picks up. And I know some of what happens. I know pretty much of the rest of what happens.
in
Uh,
the like
to
book.
yeah, in the series.
Yeah.
So I know that seeing it in film, I know it's gonna build up to something more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like way more. I definitely. I
Yeah.
mean, like I'm like scared because like all my film friends who like fuck with shit like this, they're like, yeah, it's gonna be decent. Like you're gonna fuck with it, and I did not. I was so
That's
like,
fair.
That's
I was
fair.
so hurt. So like, I know there's a second one. Now I'm just like, damn. Why should it be like 4 hours this time?
Thing is, it's probably gonna be just as long, and it'll probably still go to part 3 at least, because that book is fucking massive.
Damn.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say, my general thoughts on the movie. I didn't hate it. I thought it was fine. Uh,
Now what? Now, Farouk, I'm curious why you're kind of in the middle. Like you didn't think it's
Yeah.
bad. And I don't think. Just because I think it's like I didn't enjoy it at all. I don't think it was a bad movie. Like I think it was like written well and stuff. Like it was still pretty. It was like it flowed well and whatever. Actually, no, it didn't flow. I don't know what the fuck was going on. But it wasn't a bad movie. Like it looked cool and shit. But it
Yeah.
also wasn't just like blowing me away. You know?
Yeah, that's fair. My thing is like, okay, so I do kind of agree with you to a certain extent, Fish, and like Gabe has said it too, like the whole of like it, like nothing happens for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
My thing is like, it is a part 1,
Yeah.
so like it is just a setup movie, and
Exactly.
I think as a part 1, it's fine, it's pretty good, but as a standalone movie that you want to watch, it's not great. Because I think Fish, you're right, and I think Gabe, you're also right. I think nothing happens in this fucking movie that matters.
Yeah.
Because they wrote it to be a part 1, and the interesting stuff is going to happen in another movie, and I hate that style of
Exactly.
writing personally. Like I think that's stupid. I think this movie should be good on its own. I shouldn't have to wait another 2 years for this to be a valid payoff.
Right.
Type thing.
It's not like it's TV.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to do that, why not make a show? You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
make it a
exactly.
weekly
I feel
thing.
like this could have been a That's a really good ass point. Like,
Yeah.
if this shit was a show, I could definitely maybe give it more of a shot because there'd
Yeah.
probably be more exposition about who everything is, what they're going through. Like, they pretty much just dropped us in the middle of this and said, "Dare."
Yeah.
And I was just like, nah.
Yeah, and I feel like I also and again, like this is me, like I have read the books, so I had all of the, or I've read the first book. There are multiple books, but I've only
Yeah.
read the first one. So I had context, like I knew the whole shebang, like I knew the situation, but I still like objectively, like putting it aside by myself, it's like I feel like, and I feel like this is true, like based off what you're saying, Fish, is if I hadn't read the books, I would enjoy this movie a lot less because I have no context for anything.
Right.
And as a, even despite being a person who has read the book, you know, again, just like stepping outside myself for a minute, it's like I shouldn't need to read the original source material for an adaptation. The adaptation is supposed to be good standalone, in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what makes a, like, you know, I don't think most of the people who enjoy like the Marvel movies are out there reading every comic book for Iron Man to watch Iron Man, you know? So it's like I shouldn't have to read a billion fucking pages of Dune to enjoy the Dune movie.
Right.
So that's like my main criticism of it is I think it's only really it's a great part 1. It's not a great movie, just standalone. That's my thing. With that being said though, it's not like, again, it's not terrible. I thought the acting was fine. I enjoyed Jason
Yeah.
Momoa. I enjoyed Oscar Isaac in particular. I thought his
Yeah.
role as Timmy's dad, I thought he
The
fucking killed it.
Duke.
I loved watching Oscar Isaac on the screen. He was super cool.
Sir
The
Duke.
mom,
Yeah, he was. No, yeah, he was cool.
Shout out to the
mom was
Duke.
super cool. Shout out to Dune. Shout out to the Dune. You know, I thought Timothée Chalamet's mom as well was super interesting as the Bene Gesserit.
He was a
as they call it.
badass.
Yeah.
She was like those weird people who could control you with their voice. I thought that shit was cool.
Yeah. Use the voice.
Bro, Yemi was like walking by when I was watching, and he was like, "They got the Gias." I
They
was like,
do.
"Damn,
They
dear.
do low-key have the
Damn,
Code
dear."
Geass. If you've ever seen Code Geass. They do definitely have that. And like, so like though, and like even though I felt like nothing happened because enough was enough, because the acting was decent enough and because the cinematography was generally good, I was never like
Yeah.
bored watching the
Yeah.
movie. So for a 2.5 hour
Who's the
movie,
director? Denis
Denis Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve. Right. Okay.
And I
Okay.
really like him as a director.
Yeah.
I think he's fire.
Amazing.
I love his movies.
Amazing.
But so like I was never bored watching this movie, which again for a really
Yeah.
long movie is a good sign. But it's again, once I walk away from the film, it's like fine. Like there's not my biggest other criticisms other than the whole part 1 thing is
Mhm.
some of the special effects looked really really good and then some of the special effects looked like absolute garbage.
Like what? Like which ones? I'm
Like
curious.
you know the part where they have that ship and then the big balloons pop out of it, the 4 big ass hot air balloons so it can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those balloons, if you go back and look at it, look like shit. I was like, that is the fakest looking hot air balloon I've ever seen. Like that is terrible
I
CGI.
actually know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It looks so bad.
Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck did this? And it's so weird because this movie has $160 million budget. Like this movie is massive. There's
Bro.
no
Yeah.
way
It's
you could have paid for something better. It's like what the
Huge
fuck?
They
is
just
payoff.
got like lazy or some
Yeah,
shit.
I don't
What the fuck?
And then there's also stuff like you know, I know this is because of the book as well, but like those dragonfly ships are so stupid. Like nobody in their right mind would like they looked fine to like
Hey,
CGI
look
wise.
cool, but like,
But
how the
like
fuck would that shit
nobody
work?
would fucking make those. Nothing like that makes sense. I was watching, I was like, this is the stupidest fucking ship I've ever seen.
I was
Like,
all fruit. I
Yeah, I
low-key was
wouldn't
like,
trust that for
I was
sure.
trying to like figure it out too because like they showed it when like because the beginning of the movie they're just showing them fly, but they showed it at rest. I'm like how does it take off? And I was looking really intensely to see how they would do it without like
it's
fucking the
so
wings up,
dumb.
and it was so bad, bro. They just like edited it
They
so it
just
just
started
popped up in
fluttering.
the air. Yeah, it just floated in the air. I was like, bro, fuck these shit.
No fucking engineer would ever design a plane that looks like that. Like, it's so dumb. No wings would be
It's a
fucking.
hazard. It's a hazard.
It
I
is.
mean, you
It's
seen they
fucking.
couldn't get through the sandstorm. It's a
Yeah.
hazard.
Yeah.
But
It was a
again,
hazard.
it's
And
like
you
so.
can't even glide for real.
Yeah.
I've seen butterfly doors, suicide doors, but never dragonfly wings. Like,
Yeah.
what what is the function on that shit?
I don't know. But yeah, so like that. But then there was stuff like I thought their shield, you know, the like shield on their body, the
yeah.
like force field. I thought the way
Yeah.
that looked was sick, you know? So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Also, this is a personal vendetta. This is not like Hans Zimmer. We talked about Hans Zimmer a few
Yeah,
podcasts
shout
ago.
Believe.
out
We
Hans
did
Zimmer.
Hans. We did Hans
Zimmer's
Zimmer
a
happy
freak.
birthday.
He did the music for Dune, and some of it is really really good and also put in really really good spots, and some of it is so fucking stupid. Like my least favorite thing is anytime a movie takes place on a desert planet or like they're in the desert, they have this like Middle Eastern woman like
Yeah.
singing like a fucking opera, and it's the most cliche thing.
low-key-
And there's like a flute,
It's
and
true.
like
It's true.
every fucking movie wants that shit, and wants it if they're in a desert, and they did it.
Is she being paid? Pay her out. Like
I don't
her
know.
family,
I don't know who that
everything.
woman is, but
She better be eating. Like whoever. Like can we? I need to find out who
We
she
heard
is.
that. We heard that woman every single time.
every single movie.
Gal Gadot got on the screen in Justice League.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah, Justice League, Batman v
Every single
Superman,
time.
same problem. Every time Wonder Woman comes on the
Damn.
fucking screen, some woman is just screaming, and it's so distracting. Like it's so stupid. They also did the thing. There's a scene in this movie where it's the girl. She like saves Timmy and his mom, and she's like, "Go, I'll catch up with you." And she like pulls out the pickaxes because she's gonna ride the worm, and then she gets stabbed.
Oh yeah.
And then as she gets stabbed and falls to her death, they just start playing that loud ass music. And I'm like, this is stupid. I almost laughed out loud watching the movie because I'm like, this is silly. Like, why would you do like it's so bad. I don't understand why they do shit like that. So it's just like little things like that kept it, I think, like it's just like shoddy, you know? It's like fine. You know, I would watch this before I would watch Star Wars because I fucking hate Star Wars.
Yeah,
But
I would low key. I haven't even seen all
Actually,
of
have an
Star Wars,
interesting.
but I would definitely give it a shot. Seeing this and you saying that, Farouk, I definitely want to see what's up.
I would watch
Yeah,
this before like the newer trilogy or whatever.
The
Star
newer
Wars.
ones, that shit seems fucked. But the
Yeah,
older
I
ones,
only
I want to
watched
try
I only
those.
watched like 2 movies in the new era in general, and I have
Yeah.
not kept up with Star Wars
I'm just
anymore.
not a Star Wars fan personally. A lot of people have been comparing this to Star Wars because it's another sci-fi movie that
I was
might
about to
blow
say,
up.
I actually was watching a video like a few weeks ago about Dune, and basically, essentially, they're making the comparison essentially because Star Wars was inspired by Dune.
Yeah.
So because like the Dune book came out, the video was basically saying about
Really?
how the entire Dune like universe is the reason for a lot of the sci-fi ideas that we even have now.
Yeah.
Like Dune was
That
like
is
kind of
also
the
true.
originator, and
Yeah.
then everything else branched out. So Star Wars is definitely a piece of Dune and stuff
Yeah.
like that, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Yes.
that's
Well,
why
that,
like
that gave me
that,
a little more love for Dune, but I actually still fucking hate it.
Yeah, no.
it makes me understand why white people are the prophecy to every fucking world crisis ever.
Because Dune was the
He's the special
OG
boy.
and
He
he's
came to
white.
the Islam planet.
No.
Timmy Chalamet has now become Muslim. He has the desert power.
Let's go.
Literally,
Let's go.
That
it's
line
always
also
Amazing dub for the Muslim community.
to me we bagged him, bro. But
We bagged.
like also, what is that line when he's talking to his dad and his dad was like, "We had land and sea power. Now we need desert power."
Desert power, bro.
What
Whenever
the
they
fuck
said
does
desert
that
power in
he
that
needs
movie,
desert power.
it ruined any seriousness that was in the conversation. I think it was when he was talking to like Zendaya's character towards the end. It was all like serious and shit. He had just killed one of their niggas. Remember that?
Yeah, he
The
just kills the guy.
yeah, and so like they were like, yeah, all for the sake of the desert power. And I was just like, God damn it! Like they could have like called it something like cool.
Yeah, I don't
Want to
know.
do spice?
Yeah, the spice.
The
The
spice.
So
desert.
so you guys want to do spice? Nobody would do spice here.
Would you smoke
I mean,
the spice melange? Make your
you
eyes
kind of
turn
have
blue?
to. You kind of have to.
You don't
I mean,
have
like,
to.
no, it's for the culture.
True.
Mm.
It is for the culture.
What did a baby Keem say? Big protein. I'm smoking something for the culture.
Smoking spice melange. I love Dune.
Yeah,
That's the
there we
line.
go.
Baby Keem
There we go.
wrote
Keem
that.
said
He said,
that.
"I
That's
love
what Baby
Dune."
Keem said.
TM.
TM, bam.
I love Dune trademark. That was the line from the new album.
Oh, the
What Baby
biggest.
Keem said.
Oh, one more thing, y'all, about Dune. The last thing I'll say before I'm done shitting on it. Actually, I don't know. I might have more, but the worms. I saw the worm at the very. It's like
It's like
in
it shows up like
2 hours and
once.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like Godzilla, the old Godzilla movies. How it takes like literally the whole movie to see Godzilla.
Yeah.
It was the same shit. All like after I realized I'm not gonna like the movie, I was like, all right, the worm is gonna be the star for me. I need to see more of this worm. This worm is fucking shit up. Like, do you remember when they first like talk about the worm? You're like, yeah, the worm is even eating your spice harvesters, and those bitches were huge. They're
Yeah.
thick as hell. And I was like, fuck.
That's a big
These
ass
worms
worm.
are on. Yeah, I was like, fuck. These worms are definitely on like they're on some shit. Like, see what they're about. No worm. Second encounter, no worm. I was like, bro, they're really just gonna just tease us like this.
Yeah.
We finally see the worm at the very end, and it's all in the dark, and it doesn't even like do any cool worm shit. It just like looks at like Timmy and just like damn,
Yeah.
you kind of cute. Then it just fucking goes. I'm like, damn. But yeah, no, not enough worms. Too.
All
Not
I
enough
know
worms.
is Sandy Cheeks could have beat that worm's ass.
Low
And
key.
that's a fact. And that's a fact.
I put money on the worm from the fucking SpongeBob over the Dune ones, bro. Like, at least they show a face.
That's fair.
That's true. No,
Yeah, overall, my thoughts are just like it's mainly a part one. It's not a very good standalone movie, and that hurts it obviously as a movie. And even if I try to get rid of that, there's just so much. It's just a mixed bag. It's just like sometimes the music's good, sometimes it's not. Sometimes the writing is good. Sometimes they say desert power too many times. Sometimes, like sometimes special effects look great. Like I thought the worm looked cool. Sometimes shit looks stupid as hell with the fucking hot air balloons. Like shittiest balloons I've ever seen. And like I just feel like for a $160 million movie, Denis Villeneuve is heading this film. I trust him. I will say also
So,
going in, I had
who
kind of
wrote
low
this? Who wrote
expectations.
who wrote? He directed it, but who wrote it?
I don't know. I'm assuming it was him as well. Let me
Oh
double
shit!
check.
I don't think he did.
Oh, it doesn't tell you immediately. Let me find. Based on Dune, screenplay by. Oh, he was one of the writers. 3 people wrote it.
So 3 people wrote the
Eric
shit, and he was like the
Roth,
director.
who wrote Forrest Gump,
Oh,
and
that dude wrote Forrest Gump.
yeah, and then some
Damn.
dude named John Spahitz, who doesn't seem to have a lot of huge, or no, he has a few things. He wrote Prometheus. He wrote Doctor
Oh
Strange.
shit! Damn.
He
Wait,
wrote
Doctor
Dune,
Okay.
Strange. That's Jordan
and then
shit.
fucking Denis
Oh wait,
Villeneuve
no, I'm
also
thinking of
wrote.
Doctor Who. Oops, no, that's Jordan shit. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is the dude with the finger shit and the
He's in
portals. So
Marvel,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah,
I
anyway,
got
so
my
it seems
doctors
like,
mixed up.
you have competent writers and directors,
Yeah,
like
what the
you have a
fuck
huge
happened?
budget, you have a very talented list of actors. Although now that I think about it, most of that $160 million budget probably went to casting everyone on fucking planet
Holy
Earth because
shit! I
holy
did
shit,
not even
everyone
think
is in
about
this
that.
movie. Like Zendaya, Timothy, Javier Bardem, Oscar Isaac, Jason
What? I didn't
Momoa.
even notice. What the fuck?
Like everyone and their fucking mother is in this movie. And it's like
I like
Zendaya has been cast
I
for
don't watch
10
movies, so
minutes.
I recognize everyone in it because they're big ass actors and actresses. But I was
But
like, wait,
everyone's in it.
who are
Oh,
they?
I
That's
do want to
why.
The
say,
dude who
who
plays
played
Thanos
the
is in it.
Wait, what?
You know
um
the like general who works with the dad? He like helps beat
Yeah,
the shit out. He's Thanos.
that's the
That's
Thanos
the fucking
nigga.
Thanos dude.
yeah.
What? Why the fuck? How did this movie not like
That's
pull
why
me
that
more?
movie
Like,
cost so much money. They fucking cast everybody.
jeez.
Like shit is
They had like
crazy.
$1 left for the rest of like the plot.
Yeah.
Damn.
What's his name? Josh
Wait,
Brolin. That's the guy who plays Thanos. He was in this
Yeah.
movie. Dave Batista from the fucking Marvel movies is in
Yeah,
this
yeah,
movie.
he was in there too.
Like so many fucking people
Jason
are in this movie.
Momoa. Yeah, it was a lot of big names.
Rebecca Ferguson was his mom. She's in the fucking Mission Impossible movies. Like everyone is in this movie, and it's like, bro,
And they still
fix your fucking
fumbled it.
balloons.
They're probably still gonna make like a shit ton of money
Oh, I'm
off
sure
just
they
it
made so
being
much money because this movie has been
because
like
it's
the
just
most
Dune.
talked about movie.
Yeah, it's just because it's
Everybody's been
Dune.
wanting
I
to
mean,
figure out if this movie's gonna be decent.
good. And everyone.
And I mean,
It's just
people
funny because
like
no
it.
one
People
like
seem to
concluded.
like it.
But then there's people who don't know what to think about it. There's people like me that just don't give a fuck. It's like it's very polarizing. It's like, is this movie good? Like, I
I
don't
mean, I
fucking
feel
know.
like what I will say is I think the majority of people like this movie.
Oh yeah, for
Like
sure.
it's getting people have given it good reviews generally. I mean, like it's not the highest reviewed movie ever, but
What do
like
they like about it? I'm like, like, what is it? Like, what did I miss?
I
Who
think it's
played
just I think it's just wow, big actors, wow, cool special effects, you
yeah,
know,
essentially.
Bro,
essentially.
But
because
I
I'm
was gonna
just
say
like when
Wow,
I was watching
sci-fi
it.
that I
Oh,
haven't
go
seen before. I don't recognize this story. I'm curious. You know, like that's
ahead.
it.
who played Harkonnen? Who played Vladimir Harkonnen?
Who let me look. Vladimir Harkonnen. Oh, the scary ass guy?
Yeah, because I
This
wanted to say like that
Oh,
was I love
Stellan
whenever he got on
Skarsgård.
screen.
One of those fucking
Yeah, I
Skarsgård
wish I knew
dudes.
more about
Okay.
him, bro. They didn't talk about him enough
He
because he
was
like
in the
was like
Chernobyl
he's like
show.
12
He
feet
was in Good Will
tall.
Hunting. He's also a big
Oh yeah, yeah, I know the guy.
He was also in the Marvel
Um,
movies. He was in the Thor movies. He was the scientist guy.
yeah, he was. Yeah, he played. I love whenever he got on screen because he was just scary as fuck, and I
He
like a
was
scary
No,
fucking
he
villain that
was a
you don't
good
know enough
actor.
about. Like
I 100%
and
agree.
just seem brutal, and like I'm like ready, and that is something that I guess part one did do okay, is kind of get me pumped up, but it does again suck that you gotta wait for part two. But still, I thought that was a really cool like villain. I just think that he was like brutal and
That's
just
fair.
ruthless, and you need a ruthless villain to like push it to the limit. Like really ran them out of fucking town.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I agree. I fucked with them, bro. He stood up. I was like, this nigga 15 feet
Oh
tall.
yeah.
Like, fuck the space
Was that
shit.
CGI?
No,
Bro, nah.
that's just how tall he is in real life. That's
Yeah.
why they cast him.
Bro, fuck the
I
space
thought
pirate
so.
shit. Join the league. Join the space league.
That's
Or
what
whatever
I'm
the fuck.
thinking, right?
He should
Why
be.
he over here trying to be in the part of the Empire and shit? Fuck that.
Literally,
Yeah,
bro. Join the space league and buy all the spice you want. That shit. Damn.
that's fair. That's what
Oh
But
I've been
yeah, bro,
saying.
like the whole time too when I was watching this, I was like, damn, like this is like some type of movie. Like I can already tell like, this is the type of movie that like film snobs are gonna be like, damn, like if you didn't get it, then you're dumb. Like fuck off. And
I
I'm
mean,
gonna be
I don't
like,
think
"Bet."
there's nothing about this movie that's like, I don't get it. Like, it's not a complicated movie. It's just slow. It's just like,
yeah.
it's a political thriller, basically. Because it's
Mhm.
about like the whole political game. But I don't think there's anything like, that's another thing. It's not an art film. It's a blockbuster. It's a sci-fi epic that's a little slower than most other sci-fi
A
movies that
little.
we're used to. I feel like a lot of the Marvel movies, obviously, and like anything by Disney, I guess is a better way of phrasing it because they own everything, is
Yeah.
like, action every 2 seconds. Every Marvel movie, it's like every 10 minutes, something's got to blow up. And I
Right.
guess for this movie, that doesn't necessarily happen.
No.
Um, which I don't have a problem with. It's just like, again, I don't think anything happens that's relevant. I think for a 2.5 hour runtime, although I wasn't bored, I don't think it earned the runtime. Like there was plenty of shit that I
Sure.
didn't need to see. You
It's the
know?
kind of movie. Yeah, it's the kind of movie that you have to like. When you look at it, you have to really pay attention to detail because you know it's going to be important some other time later. That's what that's what
Yeah.
it feels
Yeah.
like to me. And that's like, it's like, yeah, do I want to go into this movie just to soak up all this information, but then wait for 2 years to get it back? Not
Yeah.
really, but am I gonna do it? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Bro, this movie gave me hope. I'm about to literally write a movie. So this shit was called Dune. I'm gonna call my shit Valley. And it's gonna be in the fucking hills, these giant ass green hills. And they're gonna need valley power. And it's just gonna be the grass there. And I'm gonna cast Danny DeVito. He's gonna be the protagonist.
Mhm.
And he's gonna be going through some shit where like there's gonna be I don't even fucking know, bro. There's gonna be some like valley dwellers. And they're like
Mhm.
and they low key have been there for a minute. But we low key want the valley power. And they're at conflict with Dan DeVito and his people. And it's gonna do better than Dune. It's gonna
Are
do
you
way
talking
better. It's
about
gonna do way.
Greece?
Nah, this is different. I'm writing this as we like literally live. Like this is literally gonna be the
I'm gonna
plot of
be
it.
honest, Fish. The thing about Hollywood and their standards are so low. You shouldn't have said this on the podcast. They're gonna rip this because that to
God
them
damn it,
that
you
is a
are
billion
fucking
dollar
right.
idea.
I am pissed. They're
Like,
literally about to make
I know
this
you were joking
literally
when you
this
said I'm
year.
about to write a movie. No, you straight up just wrote a movie, bro. That's all it
Bro,
takes. It's not hard. It is
fuck.
not hard to write a movie.
Fuck. They definitely just got my shit.
Or I guess it's not hard to write a movie that could get made. It's hard to maybe write an
Yeah.
actually good movie, but not hard to write one that if you want a movie made, that's so easy.
The
Oh
first
my
step is
goodness.
just like you as long as you get some money, you can pretty much just get it on in the films, bruh.
That's true.
I'm
If you
working on
know
it.
one big guy and write the worst movie ever, you're golden. You're good.
Or like the one dude, what's his name? The Garfield nigga have a name so similar to someone who's great at writing movies
Yeah.
that you can someone just weasel your scripts into there and
Yep.
someone just didn't read
And then you'll make Garfield
twice.
Tale of Three Kitties, the
There we
final film.
go.
You wouldn't want
Tale
a
of Three-
Garfield tale of three kitties? You wouldn't want a third Garfield?
Well, we are getting a third Garfield with Chris Pratt, obviously.
No,
Yeah.
I mean from the original series though. I mean from the original one, going back
What
to
if-
with
What if they Spider-Man No Way Home, the Garfield movie, and Chris Pratt Garfield meets Bill Murray Garfield? What do you think's gonna happen? Do you think they're gonna like kiss?
that would
Do
be
you think there will be any sexual tension between the
Bro.
Garfields?
A lot, so much, bruh.
You think-
They had to make it integrated R.
Yeah. Do you?
They're gonna have-
Rated R? There's a
Food
45-minute
sex.
cat sex scene.
Maybe that's
It's
what, I
gonna
don't
be.
know.
It's gonna be in a pool of lasagna.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what Dune needed. It needed
Yeah, maybe that's.
Garfield.
They should have cut. No, actually, keep the same 2.5-hour movie. Add
Right?
45 minutes. Make it over 3 hours, and 45 minutes of
Oh.
it is just you suddenly cut to Garfield having sex.
To be honest,
Good
if
job.
it did that, I would actually love this movie. It would be one of my favorite movies.
That's fair. That's
You
totally
wouldn't
fair.
pay. You wouldn't pay for that.
I
You
would.
pay for that.
I would go
I'd
to the
pay for
theater.
that, but
I
put
didn't
their
go to the
money in
theater to
that.
see this. I would go to the theater to see that.
I would pay extra.
I would
like
pay
tip.
IMAX.
I know you
Go for
can't
IMAX.
tip at movies.
I need this movie in 3D, bro.
I 1000%. I'm buying an entire theater out and purchasing it for Chicago kids so they could go in that movie and see some kiddies having sex. Who's with me?
So anyway,
Wow.
a little too far, maybe. I don't know
Gabe.
about that one.
I might just hate you, Gabe. Now I might like a strong might.
Guys, Gabe has been canceled again. This time by Fish himself.
I did it, y'all. I had to.
It's over. Rip Gabe.
This
No,
is
okay.
a movie about Garfield. Why would kids not want to see that? That's all I'm saying.
Why wouldn't kids want to see Garfield having sex?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't
You
kids want
left that
to
part
see?
out.
That's okay. That's fair, but it'd be lasagna.
I mean, listen,
So-
I want to see it, obviously, but this is not for children. This is serious film content.
Yeah, this is pretty
You need a
adult.
certain
what,
IQ
like-
to understand a movie like that.
PG-13?
Yeah,
Sure.
Would it be PG-13?
of course.
All right, I can at least buy it for some like high schoolers.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Okay, bet. Then I'm doing that.
Yeah,
Gabe is satisfied now.
Gabe is satisfied.
No what?
I'm
Fuck
saying
all
so
this
long as
shit.
I can buy tickets. I just want to rent out a theater so that Garfield could get as much support as he can get.
You know, that's
That's
really
all I
sweet
want.
of you. That's really nice of you.
I'm gonna be real, y'all. I never want to hear about Dune again. Like I think I'm done. Like I think if I never heard the word Dune or the movie Dune, I think I'd be happy. But I'm done talking about stuff that made me sad. Can I talk about something that made me really happy today?
Sure.
What made you happy today?
I finally listened to that Silk Sonic shit, and that
Yeah.
shit put a smile to my face.
That's fair, bro.
That
I
was a
felt
vibe.
that.
That is so fair.
I don't normally listen to shit that's like I like R&B and stuff. I mostly listen to like rap and stuff, more like upbeat. Like that show was really upbeat, but more just like rappity rap shit and stuff. Not more singing and like
Rappity rap.
rhythm and
Playboy
stuff.
Cardi's rappity rap.
Nah, that's not rap. Nah, that
Okay.
came out wrong. But
Fish likes
I mean,
listening
shit.
to rap
dude.
and like hype music and bangers.
There
Fish
we go. Thank
doesn't
you
listen to people singing about their sorrows or whatever.
I mean, I do, but not like every like waking minute.
Right.
It's more of like on
Yeah.
shuffle.
Yeah.
But this shit was fire. I liked I wish they did what they did more of like they like kind of more like storytelling about like relationships. Like what's it? Smoke again? Smoke
Smoking out the window?
or whatever. That shit
Smoking
was
out the
funny.
window.
That was a funny ass song.
This
but also just
bitch.
it sounded beautiful. He was like somebody like a UFC like fighter or some shit. Got
Yeah.
involved with that and like that shit had me
Hate
dead
to
as
be
fuck.
dramatic, but I wanna die.
Yeah.
And then Bruno Mars goes, "This bitch." I was like, "Whoa." Bruno Mars just said bitch.
I was like, what?
That was heavy.
Like Bruno
That shit
Mars
was
used to be
heavy.
catching grenades for girls.
Literally.
Bruno Mars is literally
Throw my head
catching
on a blade.
grenades.
I'd jump in front of a train for you. Now he's like, "This bitch."
This
Bro.
bitch.
He's changed. Something happened.
And then what's that other one?
Darkness
The
came
one
in
with-
them
The one with
cocaine.
Thundercat. I knew that shit. I literally
After
I-
last
I-
night,
after last
Yes.
night. Yeah.
I cheated and looked at the track list before I went into it. Cause usually I like to surprise myself. And that shit was fucking. I was like, what? Cause Thundercat is literally like a god on like with a beat pad and everything. I don't know.
Man,
Bruno
he walks
Anderson-
around with his fucking bass like it's a sword. It's
Literally.
amazing.
And then with Bruno Mars and like Anderson .Paak, they're both like they have angelic voices. So all of that shit together, I'm surprised they
Yeah.
haven't done more songs. Like that could be a project in itself. Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak with undercounted production on for
Yeah.
everything. That literally could be a little I don't know side shit because I know like I'm not sure what the future is with Silk Sonic and like I know it's like their like little R&B type group thingy, but this is a really cool concept. This shit was like this shit was smooth.
Yeah. It was a really cool concept. The way that they set up the album and everything like that.
Yeah.
Kind of presenting it like it's a spent like a night with them, like you're at a show with them or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a really way. I thought that was a really cool way of kind of painting the album.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Give like an atmosphere. Feel like you're like a disco with them or some shit. Or like Soul Train, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone's just
Right.
on there just dancing
It's
happy as hell.
yeah, it's 100%
Yeah.
that classic 60s,
Yeah.
70s soul, like just bringing that back. You know?
Reminded me of like Isley Brothers,
Yeah.
fucking Maze and Frankie Beverly. It's a
Yeah.
lot of good music in that way.
Yeah. Bro, I was feeling it.
Brain.
I was feeling it hard, bro. I was listening to this shit. I felt like I was back in the 1970s. I was like, damn, I'm about to go get drafted for Vietnam. Like this shit. I'm about to slap one of my hoes because I'm a pimp or whatever in the New York streets. I'm about to watch porn in a movie theater for the first time. What else happened in the 1970s?
You could watch porn, and that was a thing. I forgot they used to do that.
They had X-rated
So much
movies,
privacy.
Literally. That shit was like a whole ass
Bro,
operation.
Imagine that. You go into the fucking, you listen to some Silk Sonic, then you go down the street to a movie theater and jerk it off in front of everybody else.
Yep, that's what they did back then.
That's what they did back in the day. Everyone is in the movie theater jerking off in the same thing after listening to some Silk Sonic.
Yep.
Yeah, back in the day, there actually
Absolutely.
wasn't decency. Decency did not exist. It could be out all and like
When did we
literally
invent?
anytime.
When did we invent decency? Do you think?
I don't think.
I think it's like 2 decades ago. About
Damn. So the year 2000.
yeah, we were.
It was
So
right. It was after
we were born
9/11.
before
9/11
decency,
invented
yeah.
decency.
Oh yeah.
After 9/11, everyone was like, "We got to be decent people. Let's go invade 7 countries."
Hey, y'all, chill out, bro. We gotta be a little more decent now.
Yeah. So
We're
let's
a little too
invade
rowdy.
every country and strip away our people's rights.
Hey,
'Cause
that
that's
sounds pretty
decent.
decent to me.
That sounds pretty
That's-
decent.
that's-
But yeah, this album's really good. Also, this is crazy because like I've said this every time Anderson .Paak drops an album and he somehow does it again. Bro, Anderson .Paak has gotten every single person ever to collab with him.
Yeah.
It's that
true.
nigga's smile.
He's got
It's this nigga's smile, bro. If you see him smile at you, you're gonna say anything he said, bro. If you see a nigga smile,
Yeah, that's fair.
like
He's a big
that has
smile.
to be.
He has that. He has those teeth. He's got
Like
some
him
of
and
the
Chip,
best.
him, bro. Him and Chip Styler, if they like combine, that'd be over.
It would
They
be.
actually
They combined
should.
for smiles
He-
together. They would blind the world.
He damn near could get Chip Styler on a song at this point. Like I'm waiting for that collab.
He could get
soon.
anybody. Like he's collabed with Schoolboy. He's collabed with Kendrick, Talib Kweli. He has a song with Nate Dogg. He has a song with Smokey Robinson. He
Mac
has a
Miller.
he has a Mac
My
Miller. He has a
boy.
3 Stacks feature. He's collabed with
He
Brandy.
does.
He's collabed,
It's
and
like-
now he's collabed with fucking Bruno Mars.
And
Like
whole
a
project at
fucking
that. Like, what the
pop
fuck?
star. Like Bruno Mars has been #1 on the top 40 since he was born, probably. Like
Bruh,
this man has
literally.
never not had a hit.
I remember
He's
in
always
middle
like,
school,
he's always
people
going
crazy.
off.
And
People
like now,
love Bruno Mars.
yeah, and like now Anderson gets to collab with him. He's getting his dues, you know, because
He
of this
definitely
album
should
too.
More than his dues.
Yeah. So like that's cool.
He's in this running too. It's crazy. Like I always love like his story, like knowing his story. Like he literally was just out. Like I think he was like not growing weed, but like helping on a farm, and he would just be rapping or singing with like his homies that are on there. And they kept, like everyone, well, like when you're in a circle with your homies, they'll be like, "Yo, like you're really like definitely pursue that." It's the same shit that happened with him, only that he pursued it, and then this happened.
Yeah.
Just like crazy how far like you can, just off of just fucking around with his friends, and now
Yeah.
he's doing it professionally.
He's so talented. That man just like oozes music, bro. Like I swear when he's in the gym, he just like sweats and like jazz chords just pop off of him. Like that's just what happens. Like
Easily.
he just be like doing bicep curls and all you hear is like
it's the most beautiful chord, like every like single set.
yeah.
It's like a new song.
It's like damn. He's like whew. Warm up.
Listening, I gotta be honest to you. Listening to the Silk Sonic album made me want to become a cop and start handing guns out into the black and brown communities.
Just like in the 1970s.
Literally the entire
Classic.
time.
Inspired.
Just like in the 70s.
I felt the same way, Gabe. I actually did some cocaine. Well, actually,
So much cocaine was
Oh,
done.
so much cocaine.
Literally. And what's awesome is that because of this album, it's just legal pretty much. It's
Yeah, I gotta lie to you. I got a line ready right after this podcast is over. I'm gonna cut it up and just go to town, man.
Yeah.
Play the album.
This is great. This is great music to do a line to.
Easily. I'm pretty sure that was their intention. They literally Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak, and their whole like team are just like, yo, we got to make some good line sniffing 70s music.
Yeah.
What can we do?
Bro, when I was listening to this, when I first started it, I had just like normal ass sweatpants on. Once I finished, my pants changed to bell bottoms. I didn't even change.
Damn. You know what's crazy?
I had a fur coat. I was like, where'd I get this?
Apple bottom jeans.
Boots with the fur.
With the fur?
The whole club was looking at her.
Yeah.
Nah, I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
What was y'all's like? If y'all had to pick like a favorite song, which one is it?
Ooh, let me see. I have a top 3 for sure, but let me narrow from those. Okay, I'm gonna go with "Smoking Out the Window" because that generally had me like I was laughing at that shit. Like I was out loud laughing at work when I was peeping
bitch got me paying her rent.
Yes, and then cause like after last night, that beat is beautiful, and I love that
Thundercat's bass on that is so fire.
It's amazing.
I'm bricked up for Thundercat, so
that's
I
fair.
don't know. That's hard. I'm gonna say "Smoke Out the Window" just because as a whole, like, so it just. I mean, again, production on that's amazing. The song is hilarious. Everything is fire. They both are harmonizing amazingly on that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. That's for me. "Smoke Out the Window."
That's fair. Gabe, what about you?
I gotta say "Blast Off" for sure. For sure.
Oh, the final track.
Yeah, the final track.
One.
That's one of the best tracks on there to me, and it's like just so beautiful the way it goes out, like transitioning, the way it's written. Oh, it like just it definitely made me want to snort a few lines of cocaine. Honestly,
that's fair.
I wanted to be high listening to that.
I had to.
That's fair.
It left you with no choice. You didn't even want to.
No choice. But it's definitely overall it's really just beautiful. It's sonically one of the best sonically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just sonically.
You really like saying that or something?
Sonically. It's just sonically, like that's how we describe music. It's just sonically. You know what I mean?
What the fuck, Gabe? I just got an email from Pitchfork. They literally just hired you for some reason.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, you literally got hired.
Congrats.
Yeah, I think I use sonically enough.
Good fucking shit.
Sonically though.
That's true.
But like sonically though?
Yeah, sonically though, my favorite song had to be, if I had to pick one, was "Put on a Smile."
Oh,
that song is crazy to me.
That's
like
just beautiful.
The way I love the like eerie, sad beat, and like when they get to the hook and it goes
sad though. It doesn't.
It's not, but it's like well, for me it makes me sad because I can like Bruno is singing.
You can hear his pain.
Singing. He wants to die, bro. Like I was like, damn, you are giving it your all here. And like when they go put on a smile, and then you hear put on a smile, and the chords, I was like, my God, bro, this is amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Oh, can I do an honorable mention?
sure.
Fly as Me,
Yeah.
I really fuck with.
Oh yeah, that shit is so
Five was
hot.
lit.
Yeah, I really like I just like when Pac raps most times. Like he's low key like such a good rapper, even though he
Yeah,
doesn't
Boy,
really
got
rap like that.
bars.
You know?
yeah,
So
he
I
is.
really like when he gets like I really like when they get him tracks like that. I'm glad they got him a track like that on this album.
Hmm.
It shows like they were trying to really focus on both of their strengths. You
Nah,
Yeah,
that
know?
boy got
Especially as
bars.
like and overall like collab wise, they really have great chemistry. Like they
yeah,
pretty much make the same like towards the end of Bruno Mars' career, I should say. And even then, he still has a little something like that in the beginning. But um, they really like collab wise, like they really do have similar styles in songs and music and craft.
hmm,
So
That's why it
like
worked out so well. When I saw
it
it, like I
really,
didn't when Silk Sonic came out, I saw that. I was like, wait, Bruno Mars, Anderson Paak. I damn near could see that like easily,
yeah,
yeah.
and it worked out.
the collab was really nicely. So I'm just glad that they even gave us this music. I do have a complaint though.
What's up?
I just hate that they
So
released so many tracks before the album came out. For some people that didn't like even hear the tracks like that beforehand, or like wasn't
me,
like this was probably a real treat for you. But for me, it was like I only had like
well,
five songs to listen to because I
yeah, I'm about
listened to
to
everything.
say how many
You know,
tracks how
they
many tracks came
they
out?
dropped
It
like
wasn't long.
well, if we're not including the intro, they dropped like 3 tracks beforehand.
Yeah, there's nine
Damn.
songs. There's 9 songs on the album, and they dropped 3 of them and the intro. So 4 out of 9,
Yeah.
nearly half the album.
Yeah, nearly half
Damn.
the album. And so I was
Interesting.
and that's the only like that's literally my biggest complaint. Like I felt like they could have kept some of them so like you could have kept it more on the raps, but even still, I mean I still listen to it through anyways, because it's still good music
Yeah.
regardless.
I wonder if it was because like maybe this is their first time collabing like this, and we're giving the people see what they were fucking with. And based off, I mean, it seems like everyone fucked with this entire project, so they probably fucked with those singles. Maybe they just like, yeah, let's give them all, everything we got. I don't
Bro,
fucking
I'm
know.
that's
definitely
fair.
I'm definitely going to the club wearing a crop top or like a blouse, like in the '70s style though.
With the
With
chest
some
hair,
parachute, yeah, with some parachute pants.
I literally just grew chest hair. I never had chest hair at all in my
You
life
doing it?
until literally
Bro,
right now.
this album made me want to be 11 years old smoking a cigar.
Literally, literally, just smoking cigars inside, not
Inside.
outside.
Inside, true. It's
Windows closed.
Hotbox the
in the
car.
bed, in
This made
literally
me
in the
want to.
bed.
This made me want to not care. Go to the side of a hospital with all the cancer patients and just start smoking a cigarette because
Yep.
everywhere's a smoke zone.
Yup.
There's no smoke zones in
Smoke in the
general.
hospital. Fuck you.
Smoke
Literally,
anywhere.
smoke on the
Smoke in the
patients.
smoke near newborn babies. That's what I wanted to do. Just start
Yep.
smoking everywhere.
Yep.
Smoke with the baby.
Folks, if you want to see a newborn baby smoke, you can do that on Twitter at the next wave underscore. You can also do that on TikTok at the Next Wave Chicago and on Instagram, the Next Wave Chicago.
We'll be posting smoking with a newborn baby
Yes.
on there.
If you
Check us
want to
out. We're
see
nuts.
if you want to see people smoking with Marvel characters, you can check out our sister podcast, the Pop Culture Roundtable, where our
Nerds.
friends Liam, Timon, and Javon are nerds
Nerds.
who talk about comic books and anime and pop culture and shit. Maybe they'll talk
Yeah,
about
Nerds.
Dune
awesome.
too. Who knows? You can check
Ooh.
them out again at Pop Culture Roundtable. And
PCR.
yep, you can check me out. You know, smoking in a hotboxing a car
With
probably
a cigarette.
before I get
With a
drafted
newborn
for
baby.
Vietnam. On Twitter at Farouk Canute underscore. That's FAROUK KANNOUT underscore. Fish, where can they find you?
They can find me doing angel dust, the disco, and a lot of fucking cocaine on at JFishWinnie for Twitter. And Instagram looking cute, doing all that shit at 6JFish9.
Yes, it's important we get
Yee.
photo evidence of it on
Oh,
Instagram.
of course. My
Yeah,
employer will love this.
yeah. Gabe, what about you?
You could find me trying to assassinate John F. Kennedy. Okay, wait, let me pull back.
Low-key, Gabe, that works because we never can fucking find you. So that damn near is kind of that's kind of suspect, bro. You said that.
No, you can find me on Twitter at Backdolo, capital B, capital D. My goodness, and assassinating John F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
I promise
You can find me cheating on Jackie with Marilyn on this podcast. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.